2025 FIBA AfroBasket. This is the quarterfinals, and today it's a very special matchup. Two very competitive teams, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali. The first four quarterfinals to find out who will make it to the medal round and thus qualify for the semifinals. Well, of course, both teams coming into this game with very big expectations. Mali, a team which, as we've already seen so far here in the group stage, of course, an up-and-coming team with some very young, talented players. They'll go up against the experience of Côte d'Ivoire. While Mali had to go through the road to the quarterfinals, Côte d'Ivoire finishing top of their group in fine fashion, and probably the victory was the tip-in against Cabo Verde that sealed the deal. Thus, that is where we are here. Well, Josh Ben alongside former head coach of both Angola and Nigeria, where he was once a FIBA AfroBasket champion in 2015 with the Tigers. Coach, welcome to the quarterfinals of the FIBA AfroBasket.
Yeah, what a game we have today. Should be really exciting. You know, we haven't had a chance to see Côte d'Ivoire in person yet. Obviously, did really well in the Namib, that last-second victory over Cabo Verde. So you see the fans are ready to get this thing started.
Well, we're going to get set to introduce the key players of both teams, and we'll begin with Mali. Now, Coach, we've seen them in the group stage, and it feels like with Mali, every game, they're learning new things about themselves and, of course, their opponents. And it just seems like if they win tonight, history will be made. It's been since 1972 when the Mali national team made the podium of a FIBA AfroBasket. And you got to think, whatever they achieve now in the upcoming FIBA AfroBaskets, Basketball World Cups, they are going to be a team that's going to put them on the map.
Well, you know, you're seeing these young players who led them to that silver medal in the under-19 World Championships on display at their first AfroBasket. So we saw there Canute, Balo, also a member of that team, really giving big contributions. And as you mentioned, trying to make history here, and why not? Coming off their best game, I think, of the tournament so far, and building confidence each day.
Well, the key players, as you mentioned, Coach, Siriban Canute has possibly been one of the most excited point guards here in the FIBA AfroBasket, as well as the big man, Umar Balo. But you got to talk about the likes of Maban Coulibaly, 12.3 points per game. He's been one of their sharpshooters, and also the big man, that man right there, Aliou Diarra. They have the talent. The question is, can they put it on the floor and get to the semifinals?
Well, Diarra's been outstanding for them, so active, especially on the offensive rebounds, averaging 3.5 offensive rebounds per game. And you know, we know the athleticism is there for Mali. Canute, when he's out in the open court, as good as anyone. I think for them it's going to be their three-point shooting today that will decide whether they win this game.
Well, now we'll introduce the key players here from Côte d'Ivoire. Of course, the three best players so far have been Assamia Moulade, Matt Costello, and of course, Jean-Philippe Daly. Next season will be going to play for Saint-Quentin after a very good year playing with Jadir Dijon. And well, Côte d'Ivoire has always had a tradition of being one of the top teams in the FIBA AfroBasket, as well as, you know, whether it is AfroBasket or FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. And you've got to think for them, at some point, you've got to start adding trophies to the cabinet, Coach.
Well, they've been on a really great stretch here over the last couple of years, but like you said, haven't been able to hang that medal as a result. So I know they're looking at this tournament as their opportunity to finally reach the top.
Well, now we'll stand for the national anthems of these two beautiful countries. national anthems of two very beautiful countries have been sung, and as you can see, the coaches and the players will shake hands, they'll pay each other respect, but we're now moments away from tip-off. The national anthems, of course, the tradition of every international game, and as we are here at the 31st edition of the FIBA AfroBasket, it's now time to introduce four very important people for tonight's game, and those are our referees, our technical delegate for tonight's game. Our referees are coming from South Africa, Australia, and Costa Rica. From South Africa, we have Arnold Mosea. From Australia, we have Ruben Walker. And from Costa Rica, we have Roberto Fernandez. Commissioner and technical delegate for tonight's game, Mr. Antonio Celestino Sofrimento Manuel. Well, Coach, we'll take a look at the starting lineups, and you got to think the way Canute's been playing with that man, Aliou Diarra, no doubt we'll probably see them in the starting five tonight for Coach Dicko.
Well, they've been the stars of this team throughout this tournament, so especially when they got into the open court, Canute really doing a nice job there distributing. We've seen a lot of highlight lobs from him. They got to keep the pace of this game up to have a chance.
Well, they like to run. Of course, Coach, the question I've got is the rotation of plays. You can see Canute, he will be in the backcourt along with Koulibaly and the two bigs. Well, difference now. Ballo is starting this time, Coach. Usually he comes off the bench, but he had the experience of Hedera and Diarra.
Well, we've seen a mix. So we had that one game where they started Ballo, but what's unique here, it's the first time they started Diarra with Ballo. So going extra big here to start the game.
And that will turn attention to Côte d'Ivoire, and they'll come into this game. They haven't played on this floor. You mentioned this in the other games, Coach. The teams coming from the beat, they'll adjust to the court, but also, as you said, the routines. A lot of differences that they'll have to go through. But we have seen some teams come here from the meet with a lot of success. Cabo Verde being the key case, but now we'll look at their starting five. We'll go with Galari in the back to the long Tudayo and Solo Diabate, excuse me. Cabeza Fofana, while the big man Matt Costello, a little bit of a pick and pop part of his game for his size as well, Coach.
Well, he's been a great addition to that national team, but interesting to see Coach Ramos going with Diabate here in the starting lineup. He had been bringing him off the bench as a spark plug scorer. Obviously, Solo with so much experience for this national team.
There's their head coach, Miguel Angel Hoyo Ramos, who's now working as an assistant with Baskonia in the Spanish Liga Desa ACB, but well, it's going to be a tough matchup. We'll try to go down. Let's listen now to what Coach Ramos has to say.
We try to play horns, Matt left side, Buff right, JP right corner, and Leo here. We try to play for low post for Leo. Then Asemian pass to Buff. Okay, try to be in front of the Matt, and Matt try to make the screen like this. Then if he can follow you, if he goes behind you, maybe this layup. Okay, Buff, and if not.
J'ai passé les gars. Pas de tir, qui que ce soit, il marque ou il ne marque pas, pas de tir les gars. Les 5 qui commencent sont Aliou, Ballo, Sheriff, Sirma et Maman. Allez. Let's go. Sirma Willy. Ensemble la batterie. Allez.
The fans of both Mali and Côte d'Ivoire are in the building. This is the 31st edition of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket, and as you saw, the official sponsor, the Tissot Countdown and Tip-Off, is underway, and a big thank you to Tissot for a magnificent partnership, collaboration with FIBA for well over a decade of these international games. Well, Coach, the atmosphere already is starting to heat up.
You gotta love the fans here, in particular the fans of Mali trying to fire up their team at the start of this game.
Well, Costello is in the lineup. He's going to have to match up probably, maybe with Ballo. And that will be quite an interesting matchup for him because throughout the qualifiers, Coach, as far back as the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, one thing I like about Costello's game is he does have that slight perimeter threat where he can bring the defense away from the paints.
Well, it'll be interesting, especially with Mali going extra big here to start this game. You know, how does Côte d'Ivoire match up with that? Maybe look to double early on against Ballo in the post.
Well, these two teams, destiny has a date with the semifinals. The question is, will it be Côte d'Ivoire or will it be Mali? We'll find out. Welcome to Luanda, Angola, the first quarterfinal matchup of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Goes out of bounds. I think Mali's going to get this one, Coach.
It looked like it was deflected.
No change.
Each official has different direction here. We might have to jump this up again. Looked to me like Dali clearly hit it out.
Well, Mali will get it. I think the situation was green ball, but I think they may have inadvertently pointed in the wrong direction. Koulibaly will inbound this. The foul is already being here by Côte d'Ivoire. The best foul to give away quite early, Coach.
Well, both teams feeling each other out early on, and Canute, a little embellishment here, but it's done well to draw the foul.
Mali just struggling to find a bit of an opening, but Balo's got to help out. We've had some very competitive games. Here's where you've got to take everything you've learned and now put it into practical. Canute. Diarra, he'll fire a through itself. There's the first 3 points. That's a Mali right up off their seats.
What a start for Diarra. You know, we've really only seen him in the low block with the double bigs. He's going to have to extend out, play some 4, and knocking down the 3 early on.
Fofana tried an entry pass, couldn't get it. Canute finds Adara. What a pump fake. Côte d'Ivoire knows that this Mali team can't shoot from the perimeter. That's good defense.
Nice job there from Koulibaly. We saw him picking up and trying to set a tone early with that foul. And you see here the pick and pop from Diarra. A lot of confidence there, knocking that 3 down.
Go to a post entry, the mismatch. He got it by Canute, but now they go to Fofana. He buries the 3-pointer.
Nice ball movement there from Côte d'Ivoire. You can see Mali trying to front the post.
Koulibaly going right at the defense in the open court. That's how Mali likes to play, Coach.
And you can feel the pace of this game already. And both teams pushing tempo here. As you said, Canute at his best in the open court.
Fofana. Costello, but they want to get rid of this one. Not going to work to get open. Now Belade. Attacking the gap, little teardrop. It's a nice move, but just doesn't get the right angle.
Tough finish there, had to float it up over the big. See these early steals from Balo. Great finish there from Diarra, but it starts with the seal from Balo. That's what he brings to this team. Such a big physical presence, getting down low in transition, and great start for Mali.
I like the seal off from Balo. Probably felt he should have finished. As you mentioned, Diarra coming in as Costello. There's that 3-point action. They're going to need a lot of that today from him, but he's got to be able to convert. Canute, bit of contact, hangs. Goes out of bounds. Mali will retain this.
You can see Canute pushing tempo. And here the nice ball movement for Fofana. This is the tempo Mali's got to like to start this game.
Hey, Derek goes quickly. He steps out of bounds. So you've seen where he's been able to kind of spread the floor and just give him that option, but it's just unfortunately he just gone a bit too far. Quick ball violation called against Mali. So here's the lob pass. Alou Diarra cleaned it up. Go for number 3. Go over the backboard. Go out of bounds. It's going to remain possession to Côte d'Ivoire.
Looked like it was close to hitting the shot clock. Didn't quite see what happened. Over the backboard there.
Well, nice cut down the middle. Costello gets an open look. This one's up. Sticks it. Nothing but net.
Again, great ball movement and the mistake here from Mali. Koulibaly and Canute just not on the same page there, and you've seen the ball pressure for Dio really causing some issues, but big shot there from Costello. You talked about this earlier. If he can make the bigs of Mali have to extend that to the three-point line, it really changes things.
Left him wide open again. This time doesn't make it. Offensive rebound for Côte d'Ivoire. Good passing. Costello thinks about the mid-range. Time is winding down here on the shot clock. Johnny's got to make a move. He'll pull up the three. And Derek coming up with a loose ball. Space here for Côte to work the ball screen. Too big, too strong. Simply just too good.
You see another transition steal from the post players, finding the mismatch. This pace of this game, both teams really trying to get up and down right now.
So once Costello's able to convert the threes he's taking, he'll take more when he's open, no doubt. Follow away from the floor isn't going to have too much effect, but a triple team isn't going to stop Aliou Diarra, coach.
It started with the seal and transition. He's able to get one of the guards for Côte d'Ivoire caught into the basket, and this double big lineup has been really effective so far here for Mali.
About it. Monty Haydara, this time on fire. His confidence. Starting to knock it down more, coach.
Big time three, and that's their favorite set, that little red screen to bring the post down and pick the picker action. You see Haydara coming off that with confidence.
Nice kick out by Costello. Finding the wide open three-pointer. That time, Professor Fofana.
That's two now for Fofana. If you're Mali, you've got to locate him on the perimeter. Two wide open looks.
Haydara, well, Diarra's wide open. Right, wins the three-pointer. Now they have numbers. Costello goes in, finishes. And now you see that lethal transition by Côte d'Ivoire.
You said it. Poor decision there from Balo. Not a three-point threat.
There's the alley Balo. Had to go high. In the end, chips it in. Costello running. Larry's unable to find him. The game has had a very quick shot tempo to begin with. Larry. Goes in. Excuse me, that's too ideal.
It's been interesting to see the start of this game. Both teams trying to find post mismatches in transition. For Mali, it's been their bigs, but for Côte d'Ivoire, it's been their guards.
Gets a rebound. Go to the free throw line. And coach, what I like about his game, he is just relentless, going in for every second chance.
This is the first time we've seen Coach Dicko start with the double bigs, and they've really delivered for him so far. You just see the relentless attack there around the rim. We've seen it in transition with some seals as well. And the size of Balo and Diarra giving Côte d'Ivoire a lot of problems.
This is Côte checking into the game for the first time. Diarra going to the charity strike. I love the atmosphere. The Malian fans are bringing right behind their bench. Game at the moment, Côte, I'm not sure what's happened, but he's going to take something up. I'm not sure if it's the tape or... The referee's asking for a substitution, so he's going to have to go up. No case of having both two different colors there?
Yes, I haven't seen that one before, but maybe he's got a wristband on with the armband. I thought it was just tape. But if it is a sweatband, then it does need them to be matching colors.
Are unable to convert the three-point play. Still a three-point lead currently to Mali. Marcel Gadier also subbing in the game. Three. Fofana getting the rebound.
Diarra getting away with a push in the back there, and Diarra leads to the big three.
Lowry getting his first 3 points, leveling things up. Now looking to attack the gaps. Go too many. Follow offensive rebound. Côte wants to buy. Gladiator wants to run. And Costello. Costello's ready to against Côte. So 2 free throws coming for Costello.
The pace of this game, tremendous from both teams. And you know, we've seen all these other teams that came down from Namib coming out with slow starts. Not the case for Côte d'Ivoire. Really been aggressive, pushing tempo. Credit Mali, the double big lineup, posing some issues for Côte d'Ivoire.
Made it to the final of 2021, losing to Salamedri and Tunisia. So fantastic within the FIBA window. Basket World Cup qualifiers, and this team definitely feels like they could probably challenge for a championship here in Luanda.
They definitely come here to win this tournament. Great kick out here from Côte. That's a beautiful pass, and Haidara knocking it down. Both teams just playing beautiful basketball right now.
That is now the third three-pointer converted by Mali. That's 3 out of 5 at the moment. Diarra coming in, protecting the paint. That is what he'll do, coach. He will defend, but he'll also give you a lot of offense as well.
You see Diarra right there, and there's just so much size for Mali with this starting lineup. Haidara knocking down the open three, but the size that they bring not only from the 4 and 5 position, but Haidara also at the 3 spot, so a lot of length there, a lot of rim protection.
Baseline possession to Côte d'Ivoire. Just set that, rescue that set a little too early, but they do get it in bounds. Gladiator. That side finds Costello. He's made 1 3. 1 for 5. Diarra comes over it. Balo maybe cherry picking. Throws it down. Big Balo extending it to a 2-possession lead.
Well, you call that a flyby. So Balo came out on the perimeter to contest the 3 of Costello. Just kept running after, and you know, for Costello, that's something you're going to have to deal with. Looks like these bigs are going to try to transition anytime he's taking a pop 3 there.
Denies the screen. There's a kick out. Côte d'Ivoire. That's the turnover. Stepping out of bounds. This time, Jean-Philippe Dali just barely in his ankle just to hit. Dalo going in. Giving them the momentum.
These fans are loving this. What a great start for Mali, and be interesting to see what Coach Dicko does with the bigs. So he can try to stagger them so he keeps at least Balo or Diarra on the floor at all times. And you see right now Mamadou Diarra coming into the game, so they're getting even bigger. They're really trying to capitalize on these size advantages.
Let's see Ibrahima Haidara going to the bench. He's got 6 points after converting 2 3-pointers. Point lead currently to Mali. Togo now giving relief here to Côte. Rami straight off the bench. Foul is going to be pulled on the ground. Looks like a foul. Really cool on Côte d'Ivoire's number 16, Koulibaly.
Mali, just so much size on the floor right now. Mamadou Diarra playing the 3 for them. So we're just going to keep looking for these post matchups. I think Balo a little frustrated with Drame's 3-point attempt. Felt like he had a favorable matchup in the post, and there's really multiple options for them to go to right now.
I'm not sure what the delay is, but 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Sideline possession coming up to Mali. Balo puts it back down. Togo just has a bit of butterfingers. Now attacks the gap. Teardrop. Will go to the floor.
Everything going Mali's right now. Togo hobbling the catch, but able to get downhill here. And Dadier was just a little push there on the hip.
That's going to be the third team foul against Côte d'Ivoire. Mali as Wagi comes in. He's played sporadic minutes so far here. But Togo now is a charity strike. Some up and down time so far here in the FIBA AfroBasket. This isn't one of their predominant scores. Only plays 8 minutes per game, but we both know, Coach, he's really there to relieve Canute some time on the bench.
And that's definitely it. Canute obviously has played a big role for this team. But Togo able to come in and contribute right away.
Dadier, by Togo, now looking to attack the gap. Koulibaly just fumbled it. That's a foul on the ground against Diarra. That's only going to be Mali's second team foul here in the first quarter.
I love the activity level there. Our active hands just a little too much there, but what a great start from Mali here. Push there from Diarra.
Dadier time and space. So far the three. Cut it down to a 3-point deficit.
Great read there from Dadier. Fake the cut, caught them in between a switch, and if you're Diarra, you got to fight over the top of that. Don't go underneath and give him that hit.
Johnny pump fakes, goes in. Foul. That's a final one. Wow. Defense regardless is going to the free throw line. To make a change because Sissoko will be subbed in. There's a three-pointer by Dadier.
Big shot there, but you see Mamadou Diarra going underneath the screen there. Try to force Dadier to put the ball on the deck, try to finish over your bigs at the rim.
The free throws as well because the games have been very, very close to say the least. Two possession lead to Mali. Koulibaly, Sissoko, stands strong. That's one of the foul. All of a sudden, you see the game slow down here because both teams have been able to just try to, in the case of Côte d'Ivoire, try to get into low block. And they find themselves going more to the charity strike pitch.
Well, these free throws starting to slow down the pace of this game. It was so up and down here at the beginning. Both teams really trying to get out and run as much as possible.
For the bench. Good start earlier here for Côte d'Ivoire. Trying to feel this game, the energy, the emotion, knowing that it's one game away from the semifinals. Definitely go down to the line this game, Coach.
Oh, great start to this game. Both teams really inspiring basketball. And a lot of time left here.
Block can level things up. Wants to take the lead. Dadier kicks out. Another foul. It's on a rebound. That's only the 14th foul. So if he's going to the free, that's going to be a baseline ball.
Koulibaly coming into this game, and he's got that big body. He's been throwing it around. We saw earlier the post up, and here just inside position, able to draw the foul.
He's just trying to calm things down here because, as you can imagine, the quarterfinals, the first of 4 quarterfinals, which teams will be trying to book their tickets. We got a very exciting one later today, Coach. I mean, we have got a game that is probably going to be, it's going to be an absolute battle between the continent's, two of the continent's very best.
Yeah, no question. It's going to be a fun one, but right now also, you're seeing the passion of these fans, but a really high-level game so far. Both teams clicking.
Daddy gets inbound. He's made 1 3. That one's way off the mark. But again, Côte d'Ivoire, another rebound, another 3. Finally, Mali's able to secure possession. Togo now has that quick first step. Finishes under intense pressure.
Nice job there from Togo. And again, the transition attack of Mali. It's been difficult for Côte d'Ivoire so far here in the first quarter.
Bringing it down to 1 deficit.
Just big shot after big shot. This team's not backing down for one another.
Côte d'Ivoire made 6 3-pointers. Another foul committed. Another trip to the free throw line for Mali.
That's a nice look there from Sissoko. You see here the drive from Togo, a little bit of contact too as he went to finish with that left hand.
Well, they love it. They absolutely love it. Again, back at the free throw line here for Mali. Hit the first free throw. This last season was playing at the University of Oklahoma. Still yet to make that professional debut. Second free throw made. 3-point lead. 26.7 left here in the first quarter. Wow, trying to go into the quarter break with things level. So they've got to go with whatever gives it to the net. Solo Diabate being guided by Drami. Remember, only no fouls to give Diabate. Splits the defense. There's a good shot. 90 points with Koulibaly.
He didn't just split the defense. You saw the nutmeg there. Solo Diabate, 38 years young, but still a ton of tricks in his bag.
Completely missed that one. Olé moment by Diabate. That's magic. That is magic, Coach. Well, that is the end of the first quarter. Mali still hold on to a slender 1-point lead here in the first quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. And so far, Coach, it's been the 3-point shooting for Côte d'Ivoire. They have shot the ball magnificently. They've converted 6 out of the 16 they've attempted. But guess what? It's keeping them in the game. And who knows, if they keep shooting like this, they could very well make their way to the semifinals.
Both teams playing really high level. Probably the best quarter of basketball we've seen in this tournament so far. So it should be an exciting game.
Well, Mali slightly better from within inside the rainbow, but very soon we're going to go back and run the highlights of the first quarter. Well, it started with Aliou Diarra. Having that wide open look. It didn't take long. Well, that's a profile now. Just one of the greatest players in the history of Côte d'Ivoire basketball. But Mali came out with a little bit more insurgency. They were very tough in transition, but it didn't take long for Côte d'Ivoire. Remember, the runners-up in the last FIBA AfroBasket in Kigali, Rwanda, to really get into rhythm, Coach.
Well, great response from them. I mean, Mali saw that double big lineup, finding these early seals in transition. All over the offensive rebounds, but Côte d'Ivoire knocking down some big threes as they play in this game.
We just saw Aliou Diarra that time finding Balo. That was Maxence Jadier nailing the three-pointer, to which those fans of Côte d'Ivoire loved it. Fans, if you love the FIBA AfroBasket and international hoops, scan the QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app, where you can get all the very best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891. Download it today. You can also watch the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Coulibaly trying to go right at Sissoko. Pick and roll here with Diabate. That's the baseline penetration. He takes a body with him. What a dunk.
What a dunk indeed. Ouattara with the blow by there in the corner, and what a finish.
I don't think anybody was going to rotate inside. There's no stopping Ouattara. Sissoko takes the pass, goes in. Beautiful play by Togo.
Togo is really giving them great minutes here so far. See him aggressively attacking the rim, able to finish with that left hand.
He faked out everybody when he went for the penetration in the paint. Coulibaly forced away. Diabate. Heavily defended by Drame. Shift and shake going in. Not able to finish. Foul is called. So free throws coming up for Côte d'Ivoire.
Solo Diabate has been on this stage many times, and this is what they rely on. His ability to score, he can do it in so many different ways. He's still extremely athletic at his age.
Diabate just mentioned the two names of this team. Of course, in history, I mean, it's just such a fantastic play. There's no doubt about it, but I think they're going to definitely need from him tonight. Really be aggressive in attacking the ball screens. He's unable to hit the second free throw. Diarra throwing it right at Costello. Finds Blage down the middle. Costello's made one. He's going to get another one. He's got to show some confidence here, advance the experience of Costello. Fire three, it's up. Just can't get it. But Togo fights for it. Cut it over to 50-50. Here on the shot clock. Blage's got to go quick. Turnaround jumper. Good defense by Costello. We'll see how quickly Côte d'Ivoire push the tempo and getting to transition buckets.
Well, electing to go with the layup this time. We saw the powerful finish from him previously. And these transition baskets for Côte d'Ivoire are able to keep them in the lead.
Well, here's the play. Fakes everybody out. Coulibaly trying to stand strong, but Coach, I think he fakes me out on this one.
Togo's been tremendous for them coming off the bench. You know he wants to finish with that left hand, but able to wrap around, finish on the other side of the rim. This is such a bonus for Mali. We saw previously when Kanuti would come out of the game, it could be a bit of a struggle for them, but Togo really playing well right now.
Togo nowhere to go. Finds Wage. Gonna have to go quick. It's an awesome time. Still can't finish. Fighting for it. In the end, Costello's able to gather. Côte left wide open in transition. And that is going to be a foul against Mali. So Côte d'Ivoire, they'll get it back, Coach.
We see another transition three from Côte d'Ivoire, and this is how they want to play. So 18 3-point attempts already here in this game. I'm sure I saw a lot there.
Wage and Togo are going to come out of the game. Coulibaly, Kurutse, along with Aliou Diarra back in. Now Diarra is currently 4 rebounds away from a double-double here in the first half.
A tremendous start to the game for Diarra, and great minutes from Togo. Spelling Kanuti there.
Diabate, give it go. With the shot down the middle.
Hey! Yes, sir, boss!
And the foul drawn.
It's a good aggressive attack there. Right into the body of Diarra. That's Diarra's second foul now, so he's going to have to be careful here. Make sure He doesn't pick up a third. See him just coming down there with the arm right at the end.
Last season in the Basketball Champions League, they were quite a hot team, but it's interesting to find out what are the situations next season. This time playing basketball in Germany. Steady Drami coming in for his twin brother. Also back in the lineup here for Mali, so the starting line. No follow on the floor. Only a two-possession lead to Côte d'Ivoire. Have a chance of winning the championship. Stay close in Kigali, Rwanda. The time is winding down. Karucha's got to go quick. It's up. Not going to go. Costello goes quickly. Close it down. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul against Matt Costello.
That's not the right call. Costello's up around the head there. Fisher was all over that. You saw Diabate still able to get up. 38 years old. He still has those springs.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Watch Costello.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the left hand wrapping around his neck there. I don't think there's much of an argument. And Coach Ramos wants to challenge this, but I think this is a mistake. I think he's going to win this.
They're going to go to the monitor. They'll have a review of this, but as you said, Coach, the left arm wrapping around.
We are here for head coach challenge. If contact meets a sportsmanlike foul. Ruling on the floor, unsportsmanlike foul. Please show to me normal speed. Yeah. So, show to me normal speed. Show me the other angle. Show me the baseline angle, eh?
I don't think we need more than this for me.
Yeah.
The left hand, I see the left hand
Left
of the
hand.
defender grab the left shoulder.
Grab it, yeah.
And we have the right hand of the defender grab the right arm of the shooter and pull down.
And pull down. So I've got hard contact with the continuous follow through. Are you seeing the same?
Agreed.
So ruling on the
there's wind up impact
and follow through. So contact call on the floor shall remain unsportsmanlike foul. Give me the shooter. I want to see the shooter. 31. Okay, call on the floor remains. Okay. Unsportsmanlike foul.
No change. And Costello can argue, but Coach, it's all about the left arm. In his argument with the right arm, he makes contact with the ball, but the fact is, it's almost like a clothesline, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think there was much to argue. I was surprised that Coach Ramos deciding to challenge that one. To me, clearly an unsportsmanlike foul. The referee was right on top of it.
Tiara at the free throw line. Converting the first one. The lead has gone bigger so far here for Côte d'Ivoire. 6:41 to go in the second quarter. Good. The good thing for Mali, they'll get this back, so a chance to cut it down to one possession ball game.
Maybe this can spark Mali here. I think both teams have really been battling Côte d'Ivoire with the lead. Haven't felt like they've really separated themselves in any kind of way. And let's see how long Coach Dicko goes before coming back with the double big lineup with Bala and Diarra.
Oh, nice pass, nice fake, spin. Now we've got 15, Coach.
A beautiful pass though from Canute, and Diarra's got everything going right now.
Mali's final foul to give away. It's on Koulibaly. So any more and they'll send Côte d'Ivoire to the free throw line. again, the time. Sublime prime time in the finish.
That's beautiful, the left hand wraparound.
Stella kicks out. Another good look for Côte. The volley towering for the rebound. One of the other players in the matchups, we've got Côte taking on Angola. There's some great matchups.
Well, you can see it coming in that bracket. Quarterfinal games are going to be so exciting.
Nobody going in to challenge with offensive rebounds. Still Côte d'Ivoire lead by 2. Good hands by Hedera. Oh, Professor Fofana, great player. Understand that he's a tough defender. Sort out the shot clock, I'm not quite sure.
You see Tony Sacramento there. He's been a long-time stalwart of Angolan basketball, member of the federation, and in charge of the scorers table here at this game.
Look for post up. Goes baseline. Hey! Good shot for Stella, gets it off in time.
He's getting open looks from 3, whether from pick and pop or that time the kick out. So he'll continue to shoot him.
Come on! Really finally trying to dish out to Diarra, but he should have got himself. Nice give and go. Extended to an 8-point lead. Good work by Drame, prevent that. Here comes Diarra. Bounce. That's right up. Not a bad foul, because it's only the 13th foul against Côte d'Ivoire.
Take that a little earlier. Probably felt maybe he got there on the ground, but they're getting him 2 shots here. It's close. It's close. Looked like he was about to gather there.
There's a 3-pointer by Matt Costello. Here's my initial thought was he in his gather step at that point?
Well, it's definitely close. I think if you're Fofana, though, Diarra not accustomed to handling the ball like that. I don't know that you need to foul at all. It looked like he was a little out of control as he was coming down. Maybe see if he can finish there. 2 free throws awarded.
There's a leading score in the game tonight with 15 points.
He's been sensational here in the first half. Doing it all. We saw that early 3-pointer from him, and he'll slide over to the floor now. We see Paulo checking into the game, and right away, looking hard to take the ball and rebound.
2 good looks there on the follow-up. Just surviving. Get back in. Go, go! Hey! Offensive rebound. Good count there. Go for another 3. Fofana buries it.
It's a great kick out there. Fofana now 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. It's hard to match up after an offensive rebound. Good job of finding Fofana there on the perimeter.
Score for Côte d'Ivoire along with Costello. That's tough. Turn it over. Follow the guess. Start the offense now.
I'm sure not accustomed to having to pass high-low as a big, just putting it a little bit low for Ballo. It's hard in those bounce passes. Ballo expecting it to be up high, but Côte d'Ivoire here on a nice little run. Beautiful kick out to Fofana, knocking down the 3.
Fofana, as you mentioned, it's only offensive rebounding right now. Just as many offensive boards as they do defensive. the biggest one in the game at 9 points.
Nice little set play there. You see Costello with the dribble handoff and Mari knocking it down in rhythm.
Uche turning it over. Now Côte d'Ivoire numbers. Here we go. From the Côte d'Ivoire. And now forcing Mali to pull timeout with 3:23 to go here in the first half. 11-point cushion to the team who came runners-up in the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket.
See there, Mari, a nice pull-up in here in transition with the finish, but starting with their defense, you saw the aggressive shows, able to get a deflection there, get out and run. And I've just been really impressed with this team so far in the first half. I thought Mali had played really well, but Côte d'Ivoire staying with them and now starting to separate a little bit here.
Well, let's go down to Mali's bench and hear what Coach Dicko has to
Et
say.
dans la zone, ce qu'on a expliqué, les gens de l'extérieur, on suit nos gars. Quand tu coupes avec eux. Mais ceux qui sont là, vous montez avec vos gars ici. Ok.
On fait step.
Ok.
You can see Chavez and Fofana currently joint leading scorer Matt Costello, who plays at the moment 5 out of 10 collectively from the perimeter. Basketball fans, if you love international basketball and you love the AfroBasket, use that QR code, scan it, download Courtside 1891, where you can get all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and also the warm-up games ahead of the FIBA EuroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Wow, Coach, that was risky.
Certainly was. You saw the half-court trap there from Côte d'Ivoire and almost forcing a turnover.
Uche has the score tonight. Fofana comes up with it, saves it, goes in, and now it's a 13-point ball game.
Uche slow to get back. And there's one critique you can make of this young player. It's been his transition defense. We've seen that in previous games.
Coach, Côte d'Ivoire, they are cooking at the moment.
They really are. And another forced turnover here. Mali just trying to get back. They grind out some stops. Maybe just leave the room.
Look ahead. Uche's there. Uche goes in. Too concerned about Dadier. Should have just gone up and finished.
He absolutely should have. Trying to draw a little foul, a little too cute there with his finish.
Costello posting up. Has to find Dadier. Right now, 24. That time get him rejected. Costello comes up. That's going to be a 24-second violation.
Nice job there from Balo getting out in the pick and roll. And to see if Mali makes an adjustment. Costello's starting to make some threes.
So yeah, goes Diallo, which takes him now to 18 points. Correct. He's about 2 rebounds away from that double-double here in the first half.
You see Costello there on the pick and pop three. And they were giving him those shots early on. A little bit of a struggle. Started out 1 for 6, but he's made his last 2. And now if you're Mali, you have to start thinking about, do you need to change your pick and roll coverage?
À la fin du monde. Et encore une fois, on joue notre zone là. Ça va marcher parce qu'on est dans la pénalité. Alors qu'on va jouer notre zone, maintenant ne faites pas de passes n'importe comment. Calmez-vous. Jouez la zone, ça marche les gars. Hein? Mais il faut retourner vite. Là, non, attaquez, ça va aller. Maintenant, quand il coupe ici, vous nous mettez à Trougo. Quand il coupe à Trougo. Mais ici, vous montez, ça va aller ça. Il faut juste vous calmer les gars. Ça, c'est pas la fin du monde.
Well, Costello may get to a triple-double tonight. Just needs 5 rebounds and 6 assists, but right now, his three-point shooting along with Fofana has been amazing. But Coach, one thing I've been very impressed with is how quickly Côte d'Ivoire come up with a turnover or defensive rebound and then just right out on the fast break.
Well, it really has been that. 14 points off of fast break so far, and 10-2 on points off of turnovers. So they've used their defense to find transition opportunities. See them picking up the pressure again here.
The foul is going to be called. It's the last team foul for Côte d'Ivoire to give away, but they do lead by 14 points. Côte d'Ivoire, you don't want to get into any unnecessary confrontations. You've got the lead. You don't want to give away any more fouls now.
Both teams in the bonus here, so you got to be disciplined with your pressure. Interesting to see Togo back in the game. Muti going to the bench here.
There's a foul, so Diarra will go to the free throw line. That one's going to be called against Amadou Sidibe.
Bumping on the cut, and Mali going to that wedge screen, pick the picker. It's been their favorite set here in this tournament. It's interesting. Togo, really good minutes when he came in the game, but Muti's been so dynamic. Had a rough little stretch there over the last couple of minutes. So Coach Dicko opting to go with Togo here. And for Mali, they've actually played a really nice first half. You know, just in the last couple of minutes, Côte d'Ivoire has started to stretch this lead, but just gotta stay disciplined here. Grind out a couple of stops, see if you can get this to single digits heading into the half.
I love the Côte d'Ivoire fans. Dad and son just kind of having a bit of friendly banter with the Mali fans. You gotta love it. Second free throw converted, 20 points tonight for Aliou Diarra.
He's been tremendous. Where would they be without him right now?
A bit of pressure here coming from Togo. Not too much though.
I've seen him going to the zone now. 1-2-2, back to a 2-3. We'll change the tempo up here. I like the decision from Coach Dicko.
Nice dish off, goes in, no foul called. That's gonna be a turnover. Well, better defense from Mali.
Surprise, looked like it was deflected. The official having a different call there.
Well, Mali's goal is to get it within single digits going into the second half. That has got to be their target. Oh no, they've overturned it. Oh no. He's got a foul.
Yeah, he's got an offensive foul here. Replay to really know, but obviously you don't want to see that if you're Mali. More disciplined.
Very unnecessary to say the least. A fresh 14 here for Côte d'Ivoire, but they do have a 12-point advantage. There's a little teardrop, another dish off. Time lighted down. The go catch, tough one, but that's going to be a 24-second violation.
Well, nice job there from Mali, and now opportunity for 2 for 1. And again, you got a chance to get this down, and you see Louis Falcon there, the Minister of Sport here in Angola, sitting next side, Federation member of Côte d'Ivoire. So a lot of top officials from African basketball here to watch this amazing tournament.
We're getting caught in maybe a double trapper at the halfway line. Follows wide open. Perfect. Tommy should have gone up with it. That's going to be rebound number 9. One more away for a double-double for Aliou Diarra.
That's a nice find there from Togo. You thought he might be in some trouble there in the corner trap, but another response here from Côte d'Ivoire.
10 three-pointers here in the first half of Côte d'Ivoire. Incredible coach. Togo steps back, goes for 3. Follow tells the offensive board. Adera goes for a tough step back. Push to the back. A trip to the free throw line here for Mali.
What a half here from Diarra. You see him getting pushed in the back. He has done it all for this team, trying to keep his group alive here.
Côte d'Ivoire is now going to call timeout because they have a little bit of time off these free throws. Indiana come up with possession, but D'Ivoire coach 54 points already here in the first half, and 30 of those have come from downtown. You got to think they mean business. Let's listen to what coach has to say.
Let's shooter à 3 points.
Hey, listen, guys. Hey, listen, Bob. Bob, listen. If he scores, you switch, okay? And then you will be here. Solo, you inbounds. If they score, you are in. And then Asemian and Basu here, okay? JP here, okay? Like this. And then cross. Try to pass one of them and run, okay? Buff, if they cannot receive, you receive the ball and attack with dribble. JP is in the corner. Hey, it's time enough. It's 9 seconds to go for the layup or find JP here. Okay, guys? Let's go. Sidney. Ali rebound. Change now. You. Sorry, no. Let
Malari currently at the moment 7 points, but you know, collectively this team has been fantastic. It's not been about the individual. 12 points from Matt Costello, 3 3-pointers from him, but I mean, as a unit tonight, in transition, but 10 out of 27 from downtown. That has been a huge difference between both Mali and Côte d'Ivoire, coach.
They were getting open looks early in this game, just not making them at that stage, but stuck with it. And outside of Diarra, it's been a little bit of a struggle here the last 6 or 7 minutes, but what a half from him. Just 23 years old, making his AfroBasket debut. Played with the Dallas Mavericks in Summer League this summer, so obviously coming into here with a lot of confidence and showing it.
This is third missed free throw. Côte d'Ivoire penetrate. Go to the final play. Now, my question is, did Diarra get the rebound in time? Because if he did, that would have been a double-double, but unfortunately, they are down by 12 points. Well, this is the first quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. The game started with great energy, great tempo, both teams back and forth. But once Côte d'Ivoire started to cook from the perimeter, they kind of just built this big lead so far for them, coach.
Well, that was it. I was really impressed. The start of this game, that first quarter, as good as any quarters we've seen in this tournament. Mali was really playing well, but Côte d'Ivoire just kind of stayed there with them and eventually started to hit these threes, and we can see that's how they've been able to pull away.
Well, 18 assists right now here for Côte d'Ivoire, only 7 for Mali. Mali do lead the rebounding, but as we said, yes, indeed, that final rebound for Diarra takes him to a double-double. It says 23 and 10. Well, we'll take a look at the highlights here from the first half. Here was the second quarter play. Well, in that case, coach, get out the way if you're not going to take a charge.
No question. Great finish there. And we see Togo, the beautiful ball fake and scoop with the left hand. Really great minutes for Togo. Canute, a little off form so far.
As you mentioned, 38 years young, Solo Diabate. Only 3 points, but does have 4 assists. But that was probably one of the dimes of the FIBA AfroBasket.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass. The left-hand wraparound, putting it right on the money there.
The assist category, the only one behind him is Matt Costello with 4, but this is transition play. It's just so organized, so tedious when they get into transition play.
Well, I've been impressed, again, withstanding the great first quarter from Mali and just kind of stuck with what they do. Eventually, these threes starting to go in for them.
Well, it's halftime. We'll be back in just under 13 minutes. FIBA AfroBasket quarterfinal matchup between Côte d'Ivoire and Mali.
education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Baji, wow. Blassie threw the ball up, and Baji met it and connected at the summit.
A great lob there from Blassie.
Almeida wants to run. Almeida goes, are you kidding me? Obrigado. That is Ivan Almeida. Showtime, baby.
Almeida still able to get up.
3 seconds left. Mendes, gotta shoot it. Puts up a circus shot. Are you kidding me, coach? Well, that is incredible. Now Jordan shaking, banking, mid-range. Again, sinking it right in the face of Williams Naras.
Like you said, a little shake and bake there. You saw the Hezi cross and pull up. And this is going to get him going.
Well, good anticipation by Balo. And now Giddy can take the lead. Oh my goodness, Diarra. Right now, Mali coach not lacking any stamina in that transition. Down the middle, goes in, gets denied. Baji with the protection. Now Blassie kicks out. And look out below. Oh, Jock just went down the middle. And coach, he took no prisoners. Missy, baseline. Twisting, turning again. Goes to his right. And he reminds Sacco just too little. Diakite down the middle. Are you kidding me? One-handed thunder dunk. Holy moly, coach.
What a finish there from Diakite.
Well, they want to go quick. Lopez. Pump fakes. Goes big. Well, gets swatted. Pulls up, 3 takes it, and wow, wow, baby! Senegal will go into the halftime break with a 21-point lead, and it indeed has become the Branco Barrio Show. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, basketball fans, live here in Luanda, Angola, for the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket, the first quarterfinal out of 4, in which Côte d'Ivoire lead by 12 points against Mali. Well, Monsieur double-double, Aliou Diarra, 23 points, 10 rebounds. Coach, impressive, but other players need to step in and step up if they are going to make it to the semifinals.
Well, he's been absolutely dominant, as good of a half as we've seen from any player in this tournament. But as you said, somebody else will need to step up, and I think the biggest issues too defensively. So Côte d'Ivoire able to get out and run 14 fast break points there in that first half, and you saw them come alive from the three-point line. They had been getting open looks at the beginning of the game, not making them, and that changed there in the second quarter.
They have attempted 13. They've only made 3 so far, and that's a big difference if you compare the three-point shooting of Côte d'Ivoire. But you kind of felt at the beginning with Balo, the big lineup worked for them. It was all working with their bigs, as you mentioned, but Kanute's got to provide something for this team. He has 5 assists, but 0 points. They need more from the backcourt. But now let's turn our attention to Côte d'Ivoire. Well, it's their first time playing here in Luanda. They played their group stage games in Namibia, but Matt Costello so far leading the way with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Well, you know, started out 1 for 6 from 3, made those last 2, and they were giving him those pick and pop threes. Be interesting to see if they change up their pick and roll coverage here in the second half, maybe going to some more switching and take Costello off the perimeter.
Well, Costello, renowned for his pick and pop, the ability as a big man to stretch the floor, currently does play in the Spanish Liga Endesa ACB, but I've been surprised how many wide open looks he's had, Coach.
Well, you know, that one off of penetration and kick out, but a lot of these just coming off of simple pick and pop offense, able to generate open looks. And you know, with Mali staying in these drop coverages, he's going to continue to get those shots.
Well, some very exciting games coming up here in the FIBA AfroBasket. As mentioned, we have a very historical and spicy encounter later on this evening at 7 p.m. Nigeria versus Senegal. Of course, tomorrow we're going to see Egypt take on Cameroon. But then your former team, Coach, well, they'll take on the old rival. They'll take on Cabo Verde.
Well, so many exciting matchups we have to look forward to, and just in the quarterfinals. So we knew coming in this was going to be a really balanced tournament. A lot of teams with a chance of legitimately winning this thing. So all these games important.
Well, in the case of Mali, well, you know, you look at this team tonight and you kind of think a lot is about Aliou Diarra, but you know what's not surprising with Mali is that they are actually leading the rebound count tonight. They do have 28 rebounds, 13 of those have been offensive. But in the case of Côte d'Ivoire, well, maybe they haven't needed to add so many offensive rebounds because they've made 10 three-pointers.
Well, it's partly that, you know, more misses to go after, but that double big lineup gave some problems to Côte d'Ivoire. So Balo with 4 offensive rebounds, Diarra also with 4 offensive rebounds. So the Twin Towers are definitely doing some damage, especially at the beginning of this game.
Well, Mali do have more second chance points, but Coach, I talked about Côte d'Ivoire's transition. 14 of their points have come from the fast break, only 5 for Mali. That's something they've got to improve for sure.
We see Diarra's line here. What an incredible half. 23 and 10 on 7 of 8 shooting. Just can't be more efficient than that, but he's going to need somebody to come along with him, in particular Kanouté, 0 for 6 from the floor so far. We saw some lackadaisical transition defense from him. I think that's why he was pulled from the game, but they're going to need him to have a much better second half here in order to come back into this game.
Well, the depth of these two teams, they do go quite deep. But tonight, 19 bench points coming from Côte d'Ivoire. A lot of great options they have. And what I like about Côte d'Ivoire's offense when they do get in the half court, Coach, it's a lot of penetration kick out when they're not going to ball screen scenarios. And they always seem to identify very high percentage looks from the perimeter.
Well, they have played like a well-oiled machine. So, you know, we've seen some of these teams that have traveled down from Namibia be a little slow to start the game, but not the case with Côte d'Ivoire, and they needed it. Mali played an outstanding first quarter. Côte d'Ivoire just staying with them, able to separate there towards the end of the half.
Of course, Solo Diabate, part of Petro de Luanda, so he's very accustomed to this environment. But you look at the majority of the players in Côte d'Ivoire, they're either playing in France, where the majority of them are, with the exception of Kone, who's with Würzburg in the Easy Credit Bundesliga, and also Matt Costello, Spanish ACB, and his head coach, currently an assistant in the ACB. So it just goes to show the higher level of caliber these players are and the elite level they play at.
Well, no question. And, you know, Côte d'Ivoire has been as good as any national team in Africa over these last couple of years, just unable to finish these tournaments off with the championship. But, you know, maybe this is the tournament where they're able to finally climb to the top of the mountain.
Well, the fans loving the occasion. Right behind the Mali bench, you have the Malian fans. And of course, right behind Côte d'Ivoire's bench, you have the Ivorian fans who really have just given a fantastic atmosphere. But I think one thing's for sure, Coach, in that second quarter, there was definitely a lot of anxiety right behind the Mali's bench because, you know, they were leading for parts in the first half. And when the lead, went to where it was, you kind of felt they were chasing the game, which they are still doing.
Well, it's been a struggle. You know, offensively, Côte d'Ivoire has really just had their way. So transition points, then the three-point shooting we saw there in the second quarter. You know, they were able to match them scoring-wise in that first quarter, but that's a tall task. So they're going to have to figure out a way to come up with some stops. I think it begins with their pick-and-roll defense. Probably going to need to change the coverage up, whether that's switching or more aggressive on the ball, but the drop, giving Costello those open threes, I think that might be difficult to continue the whole game that way.
Well, we weren't able to have the same atmosphere at the last FIBA AfroBasket due to them being in the global pandemic of COVID-19, but now we're back, and you can see the fans are just really making this a special occasion. And, well, we saw it on the opening night, but wait till Angola plays Cabo Verde. Let's listen now to the coaching staff of Côte d'Ivoire.
It's their ball. But if we can, we will try to play motion, but in the left. Okay, in the left. Matt here, Buff here. And then we swing the ball. Max, play quick, back door.
Ok les gars, levez-vous, Alou. Nous avons Alou, Silma, Shérif, Snoopy et Maman. Alakama, pas de tir à 3 points. C'est tout le monde. Non, non, on va en maintenant. On va pas de tir. Ok?
Et ça prend les 5 joueurs de jouer Dieu. 5 joueurs.
Well, you just saw the QR code for Courtside 1891. When you see it again, scan it and download the app. Courtside 1891, where you can get all the best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. And you can also watch the upcoming warm-up games for the very soon and yet 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Well, we mentioned that final rebound that fell into his hands. That put him to a double-double. But Mali will get first possession. They're coming back out with Mamadou Diarra, Ibrahima Hedera, Koulibaly, Sunak Kanute, as well as Aliou Diarra. So we'll see what this five can try to build. But one thing they're going to have to try to stop that man. Now, he could end up with a triple-double. His numbers are quite high in terms of the rebounds and assists.
Well, interesting, electing to go with Mamadou Diarra instead of Balo here.
Diarra, got by Costello. Tough pass. Oh, turn it over. No, actually, Mali will get it back. Very unfortunate there for Maxence Dadier.
I don't think there was a change of possession, though. You saw the shot clock reset. I don't think he ever has possession of this.
We're going to find out now. You're right. I don't think it is going to. I don't think it's going to go back to where it should be.
You see the officials over there at the scorers table trying to get this sorted. It was reset to 24. I don't think there's possession there, so whatever was remaining in the initial shot clock couldn't be much. Maybe 5. And it looks like we've got 5 seconds here. So.
Oh, so they've amended it now. Okay, so Mali's going to have to go very quickly.
Interesting, Côte d'Ivoire picking up full court, so you don't want to speed them up or give them anything long.
He's going to try to go the length of the floor. He goes in. Had options, had Diarra with him. That time Côte d'Ivoire get a break. Patiently just trying to build. Deny the screen, another three. Make it 11 for Côte d'Ivoire. And it's Moulard one more time.
A big shot there for Moulard. Relatively quiet first half for him.
Diarra spins, throws it down with no help side defense.
Badier was trying to get around to the front, just a little slow there, but if you're Côte d'Ivoire, you need to have some backside help there. Diarra's been killing you all game. You need more awareness as a team when he gets the ball.
Well, Dadier makes contact. Now that, that's going to go to Mali. Dadier did take a bump, but they allow play to continue, but good hands.
Yeah, nice play there from Canute. Saw him on the swipe, and here, Dadier just kind of bailing out there.
Canute went for the lob this time. Forward to Haidara, he'll fire a three. That's just not going to go. I think Diarra wasn't expecting him to throw the lob, probably from the previous play. The lob, another three, way off the mark. We love the patience here from Côte d'Ivoire. Dadier from the mid-range. The foul is going to be called against Fofana.
See Côte d'Ivoire very active here. Once again, crashing from the top. If you're Canute, you got to have some awareness on the block out. You know, starting to leak out a little bit there. I think they're fortunate to have drawn the foul.
Dribble handoff sequence. Another kick out. Koulibaly. Three is up. Number 4 for Mali. Cutting it back down to 10.
You know, it's a nice sequence there. And you see finding Diarra on the short roll and beautiful kick out there to Koulibaly. Koulibaly's been really quiet so far in this game. And they're going to need him to step up his scoring.
This time Moulard finds Costello. Very neat finish.
That pick and roll coverage. Still in the drop right now. I think they're going to have to come with something different here. Côte d'Ivoire has had their way.
Canute finds Diarra. It's a good pass, but good help side defense. And now Dadier wants a run. Dadier throws it up. Just unable to finish. Now, Diarra's ahead. Costello gets a hand to it. Mali will get it underneath their basket.
Well, great effort there from Costello. You know, often it can be dangerous when you miss layups. You usually don't have floor balance from transition, so Costello, great job. And see here him cleaning up this miss and pick and roll.
Just have to work around that screen. Diarra finds it through. Canute may have just got away with a push in the back. Diarra tries another one. This one's up. It's 2 good looks for him. Run definitely. Leading by 12. Dadier goes in. Getting rejected by Diarra.
Diarra doing it all.
Another kick out. That's going to be the second team foul against Côte d'Ivoire, but Coach Mali, here again, Diarra elevating right at the precise moments.
Well, he's just been so tremendous in this game so far, doing it all for his team. The 23-year-old making his AfroBasket debut, and he's just trying to will his team to hang around right now. Interesting, we haven't seen a lot of touches for him offensively yet in this half.
Koulibaly made his last 3. Can he get this one? Diarra may have just got away with a foul. That's 2 threes for him. Koulibaly's able to finish it.
It's a nice kick out there from Canute, and pleasant sign for Mali to see Koulibaly finally heating up.
Moulard uncontested. But again, you gotta love Côte d'Ivoire. Challenging everything. coming up with 50-50s. Costello, back to a pass, finds it, and it's beautiful basketball by the Côte d'Ivoire.
It really was. It started with the offensive rebound there, but a great pass. And Claudio there on the nice baseline cut.
Well, it looked like Theo Papaloukas, the former Greek legend, jumping in the air and finding the dime at the very last second. So far, still here scoreless. Diarra, can he get another one? Well, that's his first one, excuse me. Third time a charm here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's come out here aggressive, getting the start here in the second half, and missing a big three right there.
Canute now faking the screen, pull up in mid-range. Unable to finish. Canute comes up with it. And he turns it over. It's a 3-on-1. Wow. Canute, time and space. And that is very unfortunate for Mali, but great transition by Côte d'Ivoire.
Canute a little sloppy with the ball there, and again, slow to get back after the turnover.
He had his foot in the line. It's only a 2-point shot. Koulibaly's made 2. Now he's on fire. He is cooking.
Definitely is. And another great pass from Canute. You're seeing these kickouts from the point guard. You just have to find a way to get a stop here. See the little show there from Diarra. I like the adjustment with their pick and roll coverage.
Mali 4 3-pointers here in the third. Costello. For a tough fadeaway. Just can't get it to drop. Canute. Koulibaly. Pump fakes. Time. Space. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me? Koulibaly right now. 4 big-time daggers from the three-point line. And now it's only a 2-possession ball game, Coach.
What a response here. Beautiful up fake. Again, it's Canute finding his shooter. Just when you think Mali's out of it, just a 4-point game right now.
Well, Canute's got 0 points, but 8 assists. And Koulibaly right now feeling the hot hand. We'll head down to Côte d'Ivoire's bench to hear what they've got to say.
Hey guys, hey, we cannot miss our game, guys. We cannot walk all the time. And we need defense, guys. We cannot let one good shooter always open and nobody contests, guys. One thing is to be here, and one thing is to nobody goes.
Hey, stop the ball on the ball. Stop the ball.
Play chess.
Let's go.
Well, Koulibaly has brought Mali back to life. They've got 5 3-pointers here in the third quarter. He has made 4 of those. Mamadou Diarra's made 1. There was a pump fake, just kept his feet on the ground. Well, it's the quarterfinals of the FIBA AfroBasket. It's now or never. You either win or go home. Oh, good defense. Koulibaly comes up. He's got Diarra with him. Wants to go himself. Bumps, goes in, but he's unable to get the ab one.
Well, great steal there from Diarra. We've seen the defense from him here in the second half, and Koulibaly definitely on fire here. Nice little Euro step in transition, and Mali with a chance to cut this to 2.
Koulibaly making the first free throw, because he only had 2 points at halftime. If he makes this, he'll have 14 here in the third. It's amazing what 1 or 2 3-point field goal shots make for a player's confidence. Shooters roll the second one. 2-point ball game, just over 4 minutes here in the third.
Well, it's 14 points in about a 2-minute stretch. So right when you thought Mali was dead in the water, Koulibaly catching fire and putting them right back in it.
Côte d'Ivoire's got to manage the pressure. The foul is going to be called. Of course, the winner of this game, Coach, they'll meet either Senegal or Nigeria in the semifinals.
It definitely doesn't get any easier. But you have to beat the best in order to win this tournament. And, you know, I love Mali's aggression here. You see these bigs now much higher up, and you know, it's close to actually legal positioning there from Diarra.
Koulibaly for Côte d'Ivoire. Find Diakite. Fakes the pass. Goes in. And almost got it. And now Mali can level things up. They can take the lead. Hey, Derek goes for it. Almost got it. Côte d'Ivoire comes up with it. They turn it back over. Koulibaly has it. Koulibaly goes himself. Can't finish. And that's going to be a foul.
Diarra once again. His activity levels have been so impressive. You see him here clearly hit on the arm there as he's trying to put the miss back in, but he has been doing it on both ends of the floor. Deflections on defense, big rebounds both ends, and a chance to tie this game.
It's also the hang time, the elevation, but Diarra Johnson level things up here. He's been the best player in this game so far, but Koulibaly's been giving him a bit of help. 26 points, 12 rebounds for Aliou Diarra. Second one, no good. Hey, Derek travels down for the rebound. And again, Mali will have a chance to take the lead. Haven't led since the first quarter. Canute. And what a time to get your first field goal, Coach.
Well, he had been quiet from a scoring standpoint up until then, and you said a huge three to give Mali the lead here.
Koulibaly rolling. Côte d'Ivoire turning it over yet again. And here comes Mali. And they throw it back away. Well, there's a quick foul by Canute. That's only going to be foul number 2 on him.
Yeah, if you're Mamadou Diarra, just a little too aggressive with your outlet. Good foul there from Canute to stop the break. And they got the switch there in pick and roll. Canute just sizing him up, knocking down the huge three. And of course, the fans from Mali loving that.
Koulibaly. Just got away with a walk in that one. Diakite, he'll fire a 3. That's veteran move. That's veteran experience.
Diabate with the answer. And that's, you said it, they need his veteran experience right now. You know, Mali making this very difficult offensively. You see their activity levels have come up.
Time winded down for Koulibaly. Has to put up another tough one. And a foul is going to be called against Mamadou Diarra.
Koulibaly just got caught with the ball there at the end of the shot clock. Didn't have much of a choice but to force that 3.
Well, 38 years young, restoring the lead for Côte d'Ivoire. Experience, that's the key word.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why he's on the floor here. He's played the last couple of years with Petro de Luanda. We saw him earlier talking to their coaching staff and management, so he's familiar with this building. They're going to need him to continue to hit big shots like that.
That's good defense, forces a turnover. And now Togo finds Hedera, goes for a quick 3. Offensive rebound, tries to go back up with it. Probably should have converted that one.
A little bit of contact there on the putback, but no call.
Another uncontested 3, and they haven't learned their lessons. Côte d'Ivoire continue to pile it in.
Sidibe, big 3 there.
Oh, he's got to make this one wide open. 5 3-pointers made in the third quarter for Coulibaly.
Offensive display we've seen from these two teams.
Diakite right back at him. No. Mali come up with it. You got to go to Coulibaly. Find him a good look. Potential 2 for 1. Togo pulls up. Trying to go himself now. Wow. That's interesting, Coach, because from our angle, I mean, unless you saw something different, but well, too much time and space. Great game of Washington tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it really has been. Both teams going toe-to-toe right now, and Mali's going to end up with the last possession here.
Diakite. Passing deflection. Côte down the middle. And it rolls its way out. Mali can have the final play here. Someone's got to go to him. Coulibaly spinning. There's a kick out. Diarra, 3, corner. Oh my goodness! Mali have set the roof on fire here in the third quarter.
A huge 3 there from Diarra. And really started with the beautiful kick out from Coulibaly, not forcing it in traffic there. And having the wherewithal, knowing where his teammate was located, knowing there was enough time on the clock, and Diarra knocks it down.
Incredible scenes we've seen here in the third quarter. Mali made 8 3-point field goals and now go into the final 10 with a 2-point cushion. It's been a long time since they've made a semifinal of the FIBA AfroBasket. 1999.
Let's go. Guys, they scored 29 points, guys. Hey, or we stop on defense, guys, so it's over. We cannot try to play just one-on-one. One passing, open players always, guys.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights here from the third quarter. It started with Moula with the 3-pointer. You thought maybe it's going to be a long game for Mali. But one Coulibaly, coach, got things going. It started with Aliou Diarra, the spin-out turnaround dunk. And well, while he was leading everything in the first half, Coulibaly has stepped up big time.
Well, he really has. And, credit Canute finding his shooters out in the perimeter. You see these beautiful kickouts from Canute. Coulibaly seeing one go in. Just everything flowing from there.
Well, 3-point shooting makes the big difference. The Malian fans, like the Ivorian fans in the building, putting on an excellent atmosphere here tonight in Luanda. And if you love international basketball, scan the QR code and download Courtside 1891, where you can get all the very best live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions and also the warm-up games ahead of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Courtside 1891, download it today. Well, who's going to be the first team to book their tickets to the semifinals? Côte d'Ivoire will get the first possession. Dali trying to find Diakite. No longer go to that drop coverage on the bull screen, coach, like you mentioned in the first half. Dali coming out aggressively showing.
Yeah, much more aggressive coverage. I think that's worked well for them.
Well, Togo out of control, takes a deflection, but Mali will get it back. He was trying to find Balo.
Yeah, he was, just got to throw that up high.
Well, 2-point ball game. So they're going to need that man back on the floor at some points. Diarra made his last 3. Again, coach, they just won't miss at this stage. That's his third.
Well, they really won't. And You know, we saw this from Côte d'Ivoire in the second quarter, and now Mali with their response. So Koulibaly and Diarra knocking down some big threes.
That extends it to a 5-point lead. Diabate, that time can't get it. Togo fighting for it. Both players diving. And that's going to go back to Mali.
You gotta love the effort there. Togo sacrificing his body, earning the possession, and everything on the line for these two teams. And Diarra once again, huge three-pointer.
Well, he's come big right so far from the three-point line because he's had some frustrated moments. But right now, anytime you can make big three-pointers, everything else, well, it doesn't matter at that point. He's 3 out of 5 from downtown, 9 points this evening. And what's amazing, Coach, they're 1 three-pointer away from having as many as Côte d'Ivoire, and it's all come here in the second half.
Oh, this has been an absolute slugfest. These two teams just hitting big shot after big shot.
5-point lead, good defense. Now Côte d'Ivoire. Good hands by Hadera. Because he had to time that one to perfection because, Coach, that could have easily been called a foul. But as I mentioned, Solo Diabate, oh, that was tough.
It looked like Hadera hit it off his leg. So look at it here, but to me, that was, should have been Mali ball.
Only a 5-point ball game. Côte d'Ivoire's got to play a little bit more composed. Koulibaly, good defense. There's a kick out. Oh, did he step out of bounds? Yeah, he did, yeah.
Nothing going their way right now. Côte d'Ivoire, you just got to keep your composure here. Make sure that you're getting shots.
Change coming in for Mali. Kuseni Drame subbing back in. Diarra, well, contested 3, step back, almost got it, but Costello, that time just trying to avoid it being second chance points, but unfortunately, tipping it out of bounds.
Well, that was a heat check for sure. Tough step back off the dribble, and almost saw that one go in as well.
Balo looking for a handoff, almost turning it over. Yep, that's how they do.
Mali just got to be a little more disciplined. It's just a simple handoff from the big, and we don't want to see a turnover there.
Well, they've got to remain composed, both teams. Drame just committing the foul. And that's going to be the first team foul of the fourth and final quarter. And no doubt, Coach, both Senegal and Nigeria watching this game very closely.
Well, they first have to get by one another, so we have a tough battle after this game. And then the winner doesn't get any easier.
Well, the foul is going to be given. That's going to be number 2. Because Senegal's already played against Mali in the group stage, so don't know a little about them already. Not quite sure what happened there.
No, I'm not sure either, but you know, we saw in that group play game, Mali really had Senegal on the ropes there. You know, Kanouté kind of just running out of gas at the end, but looks like he's got his leg up. Like a knee to the chest, maybe.
Well, Côte d'Ivoire, nothing, as you said, has gone in their favor, and that's down to them. Oula, working meticulously with the screen, kicks out. There's a pump fake. No foul given. Well, it's hard for us to see because we're on the other side, but just see how infuriated Côte d'Ivoire are. Well, they turn it over. There's a foul. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up, and Dali right now feels he should have been going to the free throw line.
Well, hard to see there. He seemed talking to the official about that. He's definitely close to contact, but great defense here Guadio not giving up on the play. And you know, if you're Côte d'Ivoire, obviously everything has been going Mali's way, but your chance to cut it to a one-possession game, you're right there. Just have to maintain your composure here.
Côte d'Ivoire so far this evening, it's only the 9th free throw of the game. They've only missed 2 tonight. Now make it 3. Still a 2-possession ball game. We're talking about a team who made it to the finals of the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket against a team who's never been to a final. 1972, the only time they won a medal was the bronze. Costello doing a good job keeping Balo off the offensive rebounds. Diabate splits the defense. And somehow, some way, coach, the veteran finds a way.
What a finish. Goes to the left hand there, able to get it over the extension of the big. And they're going to need more from him here.
Koulibaly finds Balo, and he takes on the entire backcourt defense. And he puts everybody on a post-up.
Great response there. Powerful finish in traffic. You see the beautiful drop-off from Koulibaly. Balo taking it to them.
Well, big Balo at that moment dunked on 3 Ivorian defenders. Well, there's another 3. And it's Canute coming up with a rebound. Now they have numbers. Canute goes in, can't finish. Balo with the follow-up. And the big man, Diarra, excuse me. But look, the celebrations. And Coach Ditko lost for words.
Yeah, that floor balance for them has been an issue. And Diarra did well on that tip. Somebody's got to be covering back for him there.
Still 2 possessions. High screen coming with Aliou Diarra. Canute, he's made 1 3. Côte d'Ivoire want to run. You like how this team plays. They don't take any poor shots. There's a good one in the corner. Just can't finish. Costello's going to get called for the foul. That's only their first team foul here in the 4th and final quarter. 5:31 to go.
See Costello just unaccounted for. Sometimes that can happen. Transition, you get your guards downhill. And as you said, we saw everybody celebrating the tip in, but nobody getting back there, and an easy one for Costello.
Well, he was great in this game so far. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. But it's about a date with the semifinals, where either it's going to be Nigeria or Senegal. Because this seemed like it was going to be a one-sided game at the end of the first half. Drame pulls up from 18. Diabate again. Another transition opportunities. Fofana goes in and finishes. And now it's a 2-point ball game.
And we see again, Canute, he's so talented in so many ways, but one area he's got to get better. His transition defense, he's got to be the player back there. It shouldn't be Drame who took the shot. You just can't afford to give up these easy leak-out layups.
Balo wants a post-up. Diabate, Costello getting ready. Diarra, excuse me. It's good defense. Drame fights for it, and they'll get a reset. Someone's got to go to Canute. And now he turned it over, and again, it's going to be 3 transition plays, and we're on level with 4:28 to go. And I think a timeout is going to be called. Yep. They had a 6-point lead, and coach, 3 consecutive fast break plays off the back of turnovers has got Côte d'Ivoire level with Mali.
You can see Canute wanting the foul there, but it's the floor balance. And we saw it 3 possessions in a row there, nobody covering back for Mali, and you just can't give up these easy points right now. Going head-to-head with the group champions in the Namib. Every possession so vital here down the stretch.
I like what we're seeing right now. You can see some of the Ivorian fans, of course, cheering towards the Malian fans, and both fans, you know, there's respect here. Both fans, smiles on their faces, loving every moment.
Well, they've had a lot to love so far. One of the best games we've had here in this tournament. These teams trading blows all game long, and we're certainly going down the stretch here for a great finish.
Still plenty of time in this game. Drame being heavily defended. Not his natural position as a point guard. Rosetti Drame finds Ballo. This is good coverage inside the paints. Ballo getting pushed. Final seconds. Drame pump fakes. Another turnover. And now it's going to be 8 consecutive fast break points. And Côte d'Ivoire have a 2-point lead.
Well, if you're Coach Dicko, how much longer are you going to keep Koulibaly and Mamadou Diarra on the bench here? You see another turnover.
Now it's going to be a 2-possession ball game as Costello is at 10 consecutive fast break points converted from Mali's turnovers.
You just have to be better in these moments. All of them. 2-on-0, 3-on-0, no defenders back. If you're Mali, you just got to be better. You see there the head coach for Petro de Luanda, another Spanish head coach, friends with Coach Ramos. And again, Costello just getting behind the defense. You don't have time to hang your head on these turnovers. You got to sprint back, make them earn it in the half court.
Well, Coach Dicko, as you mentioned, Koulibaly was your best player in the third quarter. You want to get him some rest, but you're right, it's a case of how long do you want to keep him on the bench, because now or never, Coach. You lose today, it's over. You're not going to the semifinals, and you can make history by taking down the team who came second place in 2021 at the AfroBasket.
Well, I would expect to see these players inserted, and it's been interesting. We saw a lot of post touches in the first half when they're that double big lineup. Here in the second half, not as many. And you see Koulibaly back in the game, but not Diarra right now. And you see Diabate, this is what he does. Great vision on the kick ahead, but once again, Mali getting beat in transition.
This is a huge turnaround, because less than 2 minutes ago, it was a 6-point Mali lead after making a big bucket.
Yeah, again, you see the coach from Petro watching his player, Solo Diabate, see if he can pull off another fantastic finish here for Côte d'Ivoire.
They need something big now. They want to find post entry. There's a kick out. Diarra's made 3 in the second half. Huge 3-pointer. That's his 4th 3 of the night.
And another big 3 there. They ran that set they love so much, the wedge and pick the picker, and have gotten a lot of open looks from the perimeter from that with the bigs kicking out. So expect to see more of that here.
Well, Diabate has his way around the defense. And that's where leadership becomes invaluable.
Well, he's going to put this team on his back.
Well, trying to go up and finish Koulibaly. That was tough, because I think that was intended for Mamadou Diarra.
It was a beautiful cut. A dangerous pass from Diarra, but able to get it there.
Mula working with Costello. Tries to pull up in the mid-range. And again, cool as you like from 15.
Really smooth pull up there from Mular, and every possession so important. Côte d'Ivoire forcing another turnover. If you're Canute, you got to come back, be the primary ball handler. They're forcing Koulibaly there. And they found their stretch with Canute finding kickouts to his shooters.
2:17, 3-point ball game. It was that 10-0 run, which all came from forcing turnovers and converting into transition points that brought Côte d'Ivoire back in. Mula, huge 3, high arc. Doesn't get it. Mali survived. Now we're under 2 minutes. Canute penetrates, finds Diarra, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, this surely, coach, 30 points, 14 rebounds is an MVP performance by Aliou Diarra.
He's been incredible, but credit Canute here. You know, driving versus the switch, finding Diarra in the drop-off, and you know, that's where they've been at their best when he's been facilitating for others. You gotta keep the ball in your hands here down the stretch if you're Canute.
There's Maxence Dadier. Because if you know, he's actually the older brother of Pacome Dadier, drafted by the New York Knicks last summer. Hedera's back in the lineup for Drame.
I like the substitution, bring the experience on the floor. And that's been the issue for Mali. They've been in close games, haven't always been able to close them out.
Free throw converted. He's now 8 out of 12. 31 points for Aliou Diarra. Everything locked in at 86. Mali's only got one foul to give. Diabate, Mr. Reliable, hesitates, gets to the rack, goes in, can't finish. Mali get the rebound.
Diabate, everything but the finish. Split 4 defenders there.
Well, there's I
don't know about that call.
Well, Dicko could challenge,
you know, he definitely could. I don't know. I have to see this, but yeah, he's challenging that.
Well, we'll have to see the replay. Wait, he's not going to go for a challenge.
I think he's definitely going to challenge this.
I don't think he is, because he signaled. Timeout is going to be cool, but.
No, you're right. You're right. He waved that off.
But why? That's 2 points.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to see that replay again.
Let's have a look here. There's the shot.
I mean, from that angle, it's really hard to tell. It just felt like the shot was going to be an air ball. Looked like it was a beautiful follow-up, but really hard to know. I'd have to see it from a different angle. But to your point, I mean, you've got the challenge. You would think he would use it here. Kind of has nothing to lose.
Well, it's been a huge turnaround in this game. Just the three-point entourage in the third quarter from Mali is what really got them back in this. Both teams now level on three-point field goals. Both teams with 13 apiece, but with 1:15 left, you got to think now, Coach, every decision has to be on point on both ends of the floor.
Well, absolutely, and 10 threes here made in the second half for Mali. Do they have a few more left in the tank? So a huge possession here. I'd expect Côte d'Ivoire try to get the ball in the hands of Diabate. He's been in so many big games, not only with his national team, but in the BAL.
Well, as mentioned, Mali have that one foul. Côte d'Ivoire, they've got two. Now we're almost a minute away. Hedera, there's Costello. Open three, bang! And he gives Côte d'Ivoire the three-point cushion.
Well, that is a huge shot. Surprised to see. Went with the post ISO there. They're finding the kick out to Costello and knocking it down.
Jara stepped through, bit of contact, he's fouled. And he'll go to the charity stripe for 3 free throws.
Fofana, gotta be disciplined there. Can't put him on the line. And see here, Claudio with the big kick out to Costello. I was really surprised that that's where they went. But great play there from Côte d'Ivoire coming out, as they knew that Mali would likely dig down from the big. 3 huge free throws here for Diarra.
Well, first trip to the line, first one good. They've only missed 5 free throws tonight. They've attempted 21 as a unit. But he's got to make both of them now to level things up. Oh, he missed it. He can still cut it down to a 1-point deficit if he makes this one.
Still plenty of time here. Côte d'Ivoire has 1 timeout left. I would expect them to keep that right now. Probably just going to run their offense here.
2 out of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Mali just got to be disciplined. Come up with a stop. See if you can score in transition.
Got that foul to give. Try to give it away.
You don't want to take it now.
Diabate around the defense. Out of control, blocking foul on the ground. 22, so at this point, Coach, the shot clock will be reset to 14, which means it's going to be 8.2 seconds difference.
Well, that was close. I'd like to see that replay. Looked like Mamadou Diarra very close to having position, and also close to see if Diabate was in a shooting motion there.
Well, they change it. It's now free throws.
There's a lot to unpack there. I think Diarra has position, but he just couldn't quite square up the drive. Contact coming with the leg. And I think the question is, Diabate looked to me like he had gathered at that stage. So the referee saying that it's on the floor. And you see Coach Ramos saying he picked the ball up, and I think he's right. It looked like he was into his gather at that stage. It should be 2 free throws.
Well, they are still discussing, so a change hasn't been made yet, so we'll find out.
A lot to think about here. For Côte d'Ivoire, you still have 1 timeout. Maybe you use it here.
Oh, yeah, they have changed. Sorry, Coach. Sorry to cut you off. They have changed it.
I'm surprised Coach Ramos electing to just let his guys play. There'll be 8 seconds at least differential here if Mali forces a miss.
Moula working with Costello. This time rolling. Mid-range. Pulls up. Doesn't get it. You got to foul now because that's a huge offensive rebound by Quadio.
Well, that is a huge offensive rebound. If you're Mali, you just have to be disciplined there and force the stop and come up with that rebound. You've got a transition opportunity, and instead 2 big free throws here.
Well, he's gone to the free throw line once this evening. He's made 1. Make them both. You can try to push them to make it an overtime game. Oh, he missed it. The pressure just getting to him. Now, if you're Mali, if he misses, you can't afford to give away another offensive rebound.
Well, you got to be definitely strong on the boards. Also, make sure you find a good outlet. 9.5 seconds, plenty of time to get down the floor here in transition.
Well, a timeout is going to be called. It's currently a 2-point lead to Côte d'Ivoire against Mali in the first quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. Coach, at halftime, I didn't think we were going to be here.
Well, certainly, you saw Côte d'Ivoire hitting that first 3 to start the second half. Mali down 15, and then Koulibaly and Mamadou Diarra coming to life. And it has been a game of the ages since that point. So if you're Mali here, I would expect them to go to middle pick and roll, put the ball in Kanute's hands, let Diarra come up and set the screen. Côte d'Ivoire has been switching those, but we've seen Canute able to break down the big defender. They've got 2 red-hot shooters on the perimeter in Mamadou Diarra and Koulibaly, so I think you just play that 2-man game and live with the decision of your young point guard, Canute.
And what a second half it's been for Mali. They only had 3 3-pointers in the first. Now they have 10 here in the second. 9 of those, and you mentioned about the 2 red-hot shooters, have come from both Coulibaly and Mamadou Diarra. They've made 9 combined here in the second half. And the way this game has gone for them in the second half, Coach, you got to think, you go for whatever's best. But the way Mali's playing, I imagine they're probably going to try to win this.
Well, I think, again, you just put the ball in Kanute's hands, let him make the decision. Let's see what Côte d'Ivoire does. Maybe, do you trap Canute? I got to think there's nobody else that's going to have this ball. Look for a high ball screen with Diarra and just let him go to work. So Côte d'Ivoire previously had been switching these. Let's see if they make an adjustment out of this timeout. And coming down to this possession.
They have fouls to give Côte d'Ivoire, but this is what it's all about. Mali down by 2. Canute got to go quick. Pump fakes. Diarra levels things up, and 3.2 is left. What a set.
Well, Moulard was trying to take a foul there. You can see Costello was aggressive coming out, so not surprisingly, we saw the pick and roll with Canute and Diarra, and Moulard just trying to take a foul instead of staying with the play. Looked like maybe trap was the defensive coverage, but now for Côte d'Ivoire, still time here. I would expect the ball to try and go into the hands of Diabate.
3 seconds. We're either going into overtime or Côte d'Ivoire is heading to the semifinals. And in your circumstances, in your experience, what would be something you would draw up if you were in Côte d'Ivoire's position at the moment?
I think you just want to kind of clear the side out for Diabate, run some kind of false action to try to occupy the weak side defender. Maybe set a flare screen for Diabate, but let him just kind of rip and go off of a wing catch. Should have plenty of time to create. And if you're Mali, you just have to be really disciplined here. They come with so much size and haven't really been switching a whole lot. So if you have the assignment of Moulard or Diabate, you've got to be disciplined. For sure it's going to be one of these 2 guys trying to finish this game out here in regulation.
Well, in the words of the great Isaiah Thomas, one shot. I don't want this to go into overtime. Diabate will inbound this. A date with the semifinals. Costello, they've got to go quick. Comes up with it, gets it off, and we are heading to overtime.
Well, interesting. I think the play was for Diabate to come and take it off a handoff, but the entry pass was so far out towards half court that Costello didn't feel like he had enough time there. So I'm curious that you didn't get to see Diabate or Moulard there with the ball in their hands. And we get some free basketball here. What a great game this has been.
Well, incredible scenes because, as you mentioned, Costello had to react quickly because he knew the handoff wasn't coming, and he did well to get a shot off in the end. But, Coach, incredible scenes we have here in the first quarterfinal of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. I think it's the first time we've seen overtime in this building.
Well, not just this building, but either building. So first overtime game of this tournament, and I mean, what a better game to go into overtime. It's just been an incredible performance from both these teams, going blow for blow, and you just got to wonder if you're Mali, did those players have enough in the tank? We saw this happen against Senegal, where they really took them down to the wire. We saw there Diarra in the finish, but I would expect Canute to continue to have the ball in his hands here for the remainder of this overtime.
Well, we've also just seen the 2 teams that will be playing next. You have the Nigerian players on one side watching, and the Senegalese players watching on the other. So a big game coming up afterwards. That game does tip off 7 p.m. local time. But as we mentioned, we are heading into our first overtime of the 2025 FIBA AfroBasket. And it's a date with the semifinals between Mali and Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire did have a 12-point lead at the beginning of the second half. But Mali's 3-point shooting, the 10 3-point field goals, has brought them back into this one. That man's been fantastic tonight, Coach. He had a double-double at halftime, but now he's got 33 points, 14 rebounds. And Matt Costello, well, it's been a very good performance. 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Well, a lot of tremendous performances here in the game. Canute now up to 11 assists. It's been a struggle for him with his shooting. Had that one big three, but if you're Male, you're hoping he's got enough in the tank here. They've been at their best just in that middle pick and roll with Diarra, and let's see what Côte d'Ivoire does here with their pick and roll coverage. Saw Costello maybe looking to trap Canute there towards the end of the game.
Well, the urban legend is usually the team that scores first in overtime goes on to win. That's not always the case. Canute has to go through a step through, making three-pointer number 14.
Tough shot there from Canute. See Côte d'Ivoire going with the switch there, putting Costello out.
Moula, mid-range, front iron, can't get it. It's a new experience for this young Mali team. Now they manage the emotion of leading here early in overtime. And there's already a turnover now. It goes out of bounds, but Mali will get it back. Professor Fofana getting his hands in the passing lanes, but unfortunate not to come up with the loose ball.
Well, they are definitely lucky there. Canute, you just got to be a little stronger with the ball here. Just keep it simple. Come set that high ball screen. Try to get Diabate off him a little bit.
Diarra, what was he thinking, Coach?
Well, it got late in the shot clock there. Yeah. They were trying to run that same weave action. These entry passes have been really difficult, I think. Just keep the ball in Canute's hands. Let him play high pick and roll here, get the switch, and then play off of that.
Well, Costello's wide open on the perimeter. Moula goes in, gets denied. Diarra, big time block.
Incredible block from Diarra. He's been so good both ends of the floor. Again, just keep the ball in Canute's hands. Let Diarra come up here, get the switch. Just play from there.
Canute, another three. That would have made it 6 points. Côte d'Ivoire still have life. Diabate going for a quick one. Tried to level things up. They come up with a loose ball. Remember, no fouls to give. Costello almost got it. And another offensive board. Diabate, well, he's passing that one, but it's going to be 2 free throws, surely, not 3. Because they're in the penalty.
Well, that's right. That should be 2. And
yep.
He caught Haidara looking the other way with his arm extended. You just see the crafty vet at work there, sweeping his arms up, drawing that foul. That's definitely the correct call.
Imagine if he just attempted anything. He would have gone to the free throw line for 3. Diabate makes it.
I was just going to say that sweeping motion, though, not a natural shooting motion. So even if he had risen up, should just be 2 free throws. Interesting, we see Molar coming out of the game here. Don't know if that's just going to be a quick breather. With fatigue for all these players. Potentially an issue here down the stretch.
1 point lead to Mali. Canute. Mani Koulibaly. Haidara goes for a quick one. Not a lot of time. Koulibaly rebound. Count it. And a chance to make this a 2-possession ball game. And another huge offensive board.
It really was. And Koulibaly's been a little quiet here over the last couple minutes. Surprised they haven't looked for him on the perimeter a little bit more, but able to find it on his own. Huge offensive rebound and putback. And you see right now, Molar still on the bench here for Côte d'Ivoire. So Coach Ramos potentially electing to go with a different group here down the stretch.
It's a bit of a pick and pop action. They need something. Mali, no fouls to give. They'll go for another 3. Nothing falling. Haidara comes up with a big board. Canute left uncontested, and now making it a 7-point lead to Mali. And look at the Malian fans, Coach.
What a shot there from the young point guard. That was a Big time pull from three.
And Diabate is going to turn it over. Mali will get it back.
You see him just rising up. It was early in the clock. Thought maybe it wasn't the best decision, but he knocks it down. What a time for this young player.
Côte electing to slow this one down. It's now under 2 minutes. 7-point lead to Mali. Côte, third three, surely not. Fofana wants a run. Fofana pushes this one up. That's going to be a foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Côte d'Ivoire.
And Canute trying to go with another knockout punch. Just got to be careful with the shot selection. Can lead to transition, and you see right here, nice job from Claudia drawing the foul.
This time he makes the first free throw. He's been to the charity stripe twice tonight where he's gone 1 for 2 on both occasions. Make this one, you cut it down to a 5-point deficit.
Well, still plenty of time here. If you're Côte d'Ivoire, you're going to look to trap. See if you can force a turnover, but no need to foul.
Koulibaly. There you go, forcing a turnover. 90 seconds left, they'll get it back.
And you see Koulibaly wants Diarra to stay in the corner. I think he's right, especially considering how well he shot the ball.
Well, there's another foul. So he'll go back to the free throw line.
Just need discipline here if you're Mali. And these fouls stopping the clock and giving points, and Côte d'Ivoire potentially could cut this to a 1-possession game. Still a lot of time to go here.
Oh, he missed it. Pressure just getting to him. This one, though, it's a 2-possession ball game with 81 seconds left here in overtime. Missed them both. And now Canute wants to run. Canute goes in, hangs, gets rejected. Well, was that the best choice?
It really wasn't. Oh,
that's basket interference.
Oh my goodness, what a break from Mali. And they have dodged the bullet there. You saw Canute again leading to these transition opportunities. Castella really should have just caught it and gone up with it. Mali lucky not to give up the easy basket there. And now if you're Canute, get the ball in your hands. Use some clock here.
Diarra pump fakes. Finds Ali. Diarra goes in, extends it. Back to a 7-point lead. Costello attacks. Kicks out. Got to make this one. Corner, 3. And a huge offensive rebound. Claudio. Well, they had to call that one because you see there was contact.
I'm sorry, official. I don't know why there's a delay, and that's why people are upset. As if he was thinking about it.
Well, what a performance from Aliou Diarra. It's got to be a memorable performance in the history of the FIBA AfroBasket, but now big free throws coming up for this man. First one's good. It's 5 out of 9 tonight. Got to make the next 2. Got to cut it down to a 2-possession deficit.
Your Côte d'Ivoire will be in full court pressure here.
Second or third one, excuse me, not good. Now time winding down. The Côte d'Ivoire, they came up with it, they turn it back over, and they turn it again over. 25.3, down by 5.
Wow. 2 turnovers there. And now you just got to be solid. Don't let them get anything quick. Don't overextend your defense right now. It's still a 2-possession game.
No time, they got to take something. There's a 3 in the corner again, and it just won't go. It goes out of bounds. Côte d'Ivoire will retain it on the baseline.
There's still time here.
Well, what drama we've had, Coach. What an incredible game this has been. Truly the most exciting game thus far here in the FIBA AfroBasket.
No question. So many amazing individual performances. We've got Diarra on a 50 efficiency game, 35 points on 13 for 15 shooting. Incredible game from him, but it's really been Koulibaly and Mamadou Diarra there in the second half for Mali. And if you're Côte d'Ivoire, you're not out of this game. You know, you find a 3-pointer here, you'll be able to set your defense right away, potentially force a turnover or foul. And it's interesting to see Coach Ramos selected to go with Mular on the bench here over this final 2 minutes.
Well, you've got to go quickly. You've got to get something from the perimeter. Then at that point, you've got to come up with a steal or a turnover. But if it's one thing Mali has been very poor at today at times, is when they've been put under pressure, they've committed a lot of unnecessary turnovers tonight. But Canute, 9 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds. And all his points, Coach, have come from the 3-point line.
Well, and he picked the right times to hit them. You see here the beautiful pass, though, to Diarra off the roll. And if you're Côte d'Ivoire, you just need to execute your set here. Find a 3-pointer.
Baseline, Diabate finds Costello. Well, it's going to be a turnover, I think.
No, it shouldn't be. He's just pointing at the shot clock.
Okay,
but
okay.
Costello, they went for the simple handoff in the corner. I think fortunate. Not a lot of space there. Could have been trapped. Probably going to go right back to the same thing. Just I want Diabate to come back in as the inbounder, take a handoff and shoot a 3. And if I am if I am Mali, I am ready to trap this. Get it out of Diabate's hands. 2-possession game. You really have nothing to lose right now being aggressive.
So my apologies. I felt the official signal that it was going the other way, but it wasn't a turnover. 9.2 left. Costello, quick catch and shoot. 3 is up. No good. Diabate, quick 3. Still won't go. Haidara, big rebounds. And he'll go to the free throw line. And you've got to feel for Côte d'Ivoire, Coach. And listen to the Malian fans. What an atmosphere.
What a response from them. When they were down 15 at the beginning of the second half, you thought it was probably going to be it for this young team. And they just kept competing. That young man right there, Canute. What a performance from him. You see the look there from Côte d'Ivoire. A team that came into this tournament expecting to come out of here with a championship, winning their group, but unable to come up with the big plays here. And a lot for them to have to think about as they fly home from this tournament.
And you got to think, Coach, that game for Mali against Senegal, where they led for the majority and then in the end just couldn't hold on. Do you think maybe that was where this team finally learned collectively they've grown together?
Well, they certainly have. And, these moments, all learning experiences. When I coached Nigeria to the 2015 championship, we lost in group play to Tunisia. And the lessons learned from that game, I think, helped propel us to that championship. So,
well, for the first time since 1999, Mali will go to the semifinals of the FIBA AfroBasket. They trail by 12 at halftime, and in the end, They finish with 15 three-point field goals, and they have knocked out the runners-up of the 2021 FIBA AfroBasket, Côte d'Ivoire. Incredible scenes. They have made history, but still, the journey is not over for Mali. What a magnificent moment for this young team, Coach.
Well, you see the emotion for these players and fans, and what a tremendous game this was. Both teams just battling so many big moments, and if you were Mali, this is not the end. So, as you said, maybe a lesson learned from Senegal. They had Senegal on the ropes, weren't unable to finish that game out, but since have closed out 2 close games, Guinea and now Côte d'Ivoire, and you can just see all the emotion here from these players and coaches, and keep this moving forward. You're on to the semifinals, Mali.
Well, they will either meet Nigeria or Senegal. That game will be tipping off in just under or just over 40 minutes time. But now it's about this team. Coach Dicko hugging his captain, Ibrahima, who has been magnificent. Ibrahima Haidara, excuse me, but just an unbelievable atmosphere. Malian fans. There's Mamadou Diarra, a terrific performance, and he came big in the second half with big three-pointers.
He was incredible in the second half. Both he and Koulibaly carrying the load during that comeback, but down the stretch, it was the play of Konaté. You see him there. And this young player for Mali, what a bright future he has.
Well, a terrific performance nonetheless. Of course, Côte d'Ivoire, 10 three-pointers in the first half. They only finished with 4 in the second. And if you compare the amount of second half three-pointers from Mali, it was 12 in total. And it was completely a fabulous performance. And look at the players now celebrating with their fans. And our hats off to the Ivorian fans, Coach. They made a great atmosphere, but now it's about Mali. Why not Mali? Why not now?
Well, absolutely. These young players have tasted success before, making it all the way to the championship game, the under-19 World Championship. Unfortunately losing in that game, but earning the silver medal. And a lot of these players now making their first appearance here at AfroBasket, and you see the joy of these fans, these players, these coaches. What a magical run they are on in this tournament.
Well, we are going to get to meet the coaches and a player from each team at the post-game press conference. The day of stats. It's a battle of three-pointers in this game. 29 in total. Mali finally got over the edge, and they out-rebounded Côte d'Ivoire 58-44. And while Côte d'Ivoire looked like they were going to run away with this game, Mali just played a completely different game in the second half. And who can forget the 35 points and the 16 rebounds of Aliou Diarra? Well, why not Mali? Why not now? Just truly magical scenes tonight from the players and the fans. But they'll be watching the next game, as they will be meeting either Senegal or Nigeria in the semifinals. Very soon, we're going to take a look at the highlights from this fourth quarter and overtime. Just truly a great game of basketball, Coach.
It really was. So many big plays. You saw Diarra here getting hot. Diabate, the unbelievable left-hand finish. It was just heavyweight blow after blow. Neither of these teams willing to quit. See the strong finish here from Ballo.
And remember, Coach, they went down by 2 in regulation, and I thought they were maybe going to go for the three-pointer to win it, but they found Aliou Diarra underneath the bucket, and then, Côte d'Ivoire had a chance to win it with 3 seconds, and it didn't go in their favor. But I'll say it again, the three-point shooting, that was the difference, Coach. 15 three-pointers, one more than Côte d'Ivoire. It got them over the final hurdle.
Yeah, they were incredible in the second half. Mamadou Diarra and Koulibaly making the majority of those. But Côte d'Ivoire hanging tough, and it was really the last 3 seconds there. Sam Millar trying to take the foul. Unable to get that call, and Canute with a huge pull-up three.
And you just have to feel for these plays. They were magnificent. They were great in the group stage, but now it's about Mali making history. They haven't been on the podium since 1972, and as mentioned, they haven't made it to the semifinals where they lost to Angola in 1999. But why not Mali? Why not now? Well, there's your first quarterfinal. The second one coming up very soon, as that will tip off at 7 p.m. local time as Nigeria, the Tigers, Coach Boyd's former team, will take on the 5-time champion Senegal. We'll see you soon for the next game.